Good morning. I, Dr. Neha Ronald William, will going to teach you about digestive system. Digestion is the process of breakdown of food into small molecules and the various organs involved in digestion collectively from the digestive system. The digestive system comprises of gastrointestinal tract, mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, and small and large intestine, and accessory digestive organ teeth, tongue, salivary gland, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, as shown in the figure. You can see this figure. Various processes performed by the digestive system are enumerated below. Ingestion, eating, taking food and liquid into the mouth for digestion of absorption. Secretion, GI tract and accessory digestive organs secrete about 7 liters of water buffer and enzymes per day into the digestive system. Mixing and propulsion. Spontaneous contraction and relaxation of smooth muscles of GI tract mixes the food and secretion and pushes them towards the rectum. This propulsion of GI due to contraction and relaxation along its length called the mobility of the GI. Digestion, breakdown of food, carbohydrate, protein by hydrolysis into smaller and simpler molecule mechanically by peristaltic action and enzymatically breakdown facilitated by the churning action and enzyme. Absorption, transfer ingested food into the epithelial cells and then into blood circulation. Defecation, indigested material waste microorganisms locked off from GI tract lining leave the body through rectum in the form of feces by the process known as defecation. Layers of the GI tract mucosa. Innermost layer of the GI tract mucosa layer is in direct contact with the content of the GI and is composed of epithelium, lamina propria, areolar muscular mucosa, connective tissue with blood, and lymphatic vessels through which nutrients are absorbed from the GI tract and then circulated. Submucosa consists of areolar connective tissue that bind mucosa to the muscularis. Muscularis, much of the muscularis contains skeletal muscle that allow voluntary muscles to swallowing and defecation. Smooth muscles of muscularis are responsible for involuntary contraction. Serosa, portion of the GI tract that are suspended in the abdominopelvic cavity. This is also called as visceral peritoneum as it forms a part of the peritoneum. The function of the GI tract is regulated by enteric and autonomic nervous system. Peritoneum. It is the largest serous membrane of the body. The space between parietal and visceral portion containing serous fluid is called peritoneal cavity. Organs of the GI tract: mouth, oral cavity, tongue, cheeks, and hard and soft palate constitute the parts of the mouth. Opening of mouth is the lips which help to keep the food between upper and lower teeth during mastication. Pharynx. Food when swallowed passes from the mouth into pharynx and so laryngopharynx, and due to contraction food is propelled into the esophagus. Esophagus. It is a 25 centimeter collapsible muscular tube that lies posterior to the trachea. It has three layers: mucosa, submucosa, and serosa. Muscularis forms two sphincters. The upper esophageal sphincter regulates food movement from pharynx to esophagus, and lower esophageal sphincter regulates food movement from esophagus to stomach. Esophagus does not have serosa, instead it has adventia which attaches the esophagus to the surrounding structure. The main function of esophagus is to secrete mucus and transport food into the stomach. Stomach, it is the elongated pouch-like part of the digestive canal, which is a J-shaped structure that lies below the diaphragm. The size of the stomach varies due to the presence and absence of food. After ingestion of food, the size increases because of wall enlargement, and as the food passes into the intestine, walls partially collapse. It normally accommodates liquids up to a volume of 1 to 1.5 liters. Stomach lies in the upper part of abdominal cavity and connects the esophagus to the intestine. The position of stomach due to excessive food ingestion or intake gets distended largely, due to which it interferes with the descent of the diaphragm, causing dyspnea upon inspiration. The cardia, fundus, body, and pylorus are the four divisions of the stomach. The cardia surrounds the superior opening of the stomach. The fundus is the enlarged portion to the left and is superior to the cardia. The body is the central part of the stomach. The pylorus is the part which connects the stomach to the duodenum and regulates the content through the pyloric sphincter. The two are curvatures of the stomach are lesser curvature, which is formed by the upper right surface, and greater curvature formed by the lower surface. The epithelial lining of the stomach from a large number of folds called ragae. Depression in the ragae are called the gastric pits. Inferior to the gastric pits are numerous columns of secretory cells called as gastric glands. They secrete their content into the stomach. Gastric glands are mucous neck cells, secrete mucus. Parietal cells produce intrinsic factors needed for vitamin B12 absorption. And chief cells secrete pepsinogen and gastric lipase. Gastric juice is the sum of secretion from these glands, with total 1.5 to 3 liters. After ingestion of food, gentle gripping and peristaltic movement in stomach called mixing waves pass over the stomach every 20 to 25 seconds. These waves mixes food, mix it with gastric secretion, forming a soupy liquid called chyme. During chyme formation, nearly about 2-3 ml of this is forced periodically, partially closed pyrolic sphincter into the duodenum, and this process is called gastric emptying. The function of stomach includes reservoir for food until its passage into the intestine, secretion of gastric juice and gastric digestion, absorption of drug, water, etc., secretion of HCl which kill the microbe present in ingested food. In the next lecture, we will continue with small intestine. Thank you.